Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, June. What am I saying? I wish it was June. February 17th. And this morning I decided to take a ride over to my local Indian dealer. It's only like a 15-20 minute ride for me. So, and what I'm doing here is I'm trying to decide how I'm going to spend the $350 that Indian gave me to compensate me for a very, very, very minor issue that I had with a set of their stage 1 oval slip-on exhaust. If you look back on my videos and you follow me, you'll know that one of the exhaust tips on the left side exhaust had some bubbling in the paint, and because the exhaust is discontinued, they weren't able to replace it, so they compensated me by giving me $350 to use any way I want. And this morning, I'm going to try to spend it. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I know there's a few things that I would like. I know that I'd like to add the Pathfinder driving lights to my Chieftain at some point. I know I want to upgrade my headlight at some point. I'm not sure if I want to go with Indian's Pathfinder adaptive headlight, or if I want to just get an Eagle light. There's some other things. I've really considered doing cams. I'm not sure I want to spring for that right now. I don't know if I want to foot the expense for that right now. I would love a trunk, but there's a whole bunch. There's so many things that we could put on our bikes these days. I just don't know what I'm going to spend the money on, so I'm going to go into my local dealer. Speakers. I might even think about putting in the new power band audio fairing speakers, the ones with the underglow lighting. And so who knows, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna browse, see what they have on the showroom floor, all that good stuff, and hopefully I won't get tempted to trade my bike for something else. I don't think I will. I love it. So but you never know. But no, I don't think I'm going to, because I just paid it off. I have a 22 Chieftain Dark Horse. I took out a 5-year loan when I bought it. I've had it less than 2 years, and I paid it off already. So, so I think I'll enjoy it for a few years without a motorcycle payment. So anyways, I'm going to head inside. I'm going to see what they have on the floor. I'm going to browse. I'm going to go chat with the parts department, all that good stuff. And I will catch up with you in a few. All right, here we are. We're at the Indian dealer. Out the parking lot. It's a power sports store also, so they have a lot of winter stuff. But I'm gonna take a walk inside and see what they have. All right, first thing I noticed when I walked inside, they have an Elite Challenger sitting right on the floor. Boy, is that pretty. They have a pretty good inventory. So I did just make a purchase, but just gonna take a walk real quick and show you what's on their floor inventory. I've got a lot of bikes in. This time in 2022 when I bought mine, the showroom was empty thanks to COVID, but it seems like their inventory is back in stock. So my local Indian dealer also sells Ducati, and they also sell Triumph, which if you follow me, you know I'm a big fan of. Yes, you just plug it in. And if you want a real rush, that is the Rocket. That is the Beast. All right, I'm heading out. I did buy something. I'm not going to tell you what it is till I get home. And let's just check these side-by-sides out. It's pretty sick. These look like they could be a lot of fun. I don't know why I'm kind of digging this little Yamaha 250. I have 4 acres of wooded trails behind my house that I own. Feels like it could be fun to bomb around out there and have a little fun with a little 250. But I don't know. Anyway, all right, I'm heading back home. I'll fill you in on what I decided to buy when I get there. Okay, everyone, I'm back home. I'm in my garage. Here's the box. Can anybody guess what I used my $350 credit on at the Indian store? If you guessed the adaptive LED headlight, you would be right. So I'm home. I'm about to do an install. I am not going to do an install video because the tripod for my camera is broken, and so I don't have anything to put my phone on right now, but I'll try to do an explanation of the process. I'll try to get a before and after, shining the light up against the back of my garage wall. I don't know how well that is going to be because it's daytime and it's not, it may just not show well. So, but I've been wanting to do this upgrade since I got the bike, but I just couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on the light. And the reason being was the price. I mean, this light is $650. But when I got there, I was having a very difficult time making the decision on what to buy. And the sales guy, or not the sales guy, but the parts guy said to me, would it help you make your decision if I gave you the light for $500? And I looked at him and was like, $500? Yeah. So that's what I went with. So I just bought the light. I had a $350 credit. So, and on top of that, they have a rewards program. So the purchase of the light gives me another $50 back toward my next purchase. So it's like getting a adaptive headlight for $50. So anyways, I'm about to do the install and I will catch up with you in a few minutes. Okay, again, I'm not gonna do a complete install, but I'm gonna just explain the process. So the first thing you wanna do when you're changing out the headlight is you wanna put a towel over the fender. That's a nice Christmas snowflake towel here. But you definitely wanna cover the fender in case you drop something you don't want to damage the fender. The next thing you wanna do is take a screwdriver. A butter knife actually works pretty well too, but you just want to get enough in between the little, I don't know what this is called, but it's like a plastic thing. It's just, there's not much holding it in place. It's just a couple clips it snaps in. You just get something in between it, pull it back, and then you just pry it out. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. So I didn't even need to use the screwdriver. I was able to just kind of pull it off with my hands. So you just remove this little plastic piece, set it aside. You'll see a couple bolts, screws rather. You'll see one here, 2, 3, there's 4 screws. You wanna remove those 4 screws and that'll take this little ring off right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that ring and take you to the next step. Okay, so once the 4 screws are removed, you just remove this little ring that holds the headlight in place. I'm gonna set that aside. And the light itself just will hang. You just gotta be careful it doesn't fall and damage your paint. You'll notice in here, there's a little clip. You just unplug it, and then you just plug the new light in. I do believe the new light has to get plugged into the war bonnet connection, which is buried in here somewhere. I'll have to dig that out, but I'll let you know once I get this light off and plug the new one in. And I think that the war bonnet plug needs to be plugged in order to get the halo on the lights to work. Okay, so on the back of the adaptive headlight, you're gonna see 2 wires. One is the main harness, which is this, plugs in here. Don't know why it has this little screw here, but I'm not gonna bother with it. And then there's a little tiny one that connects to the war bonnet, and that is this one right here. The war bonnet was really buried deep up in there. I had to dig for it. So let's power the bike on real quick, make sure the light's working before we put it all back together. I know that if you have the war bonnet light kit, you'll probably need a splitter because you just will. So I don't have it, so I'm not worried about it. But let's turn the bike on, make sure the light works before I button it up, and then I will wrap this up. Okay, so I'm home, and in my garage, and I'm doing it before and after right now. So right now, it kind of looks weird because the bike is on its side stand, so it's got a little bit of a slant. But this is the stock headlight, low beam, and you can see what I always hated about this headlight is that it has this little bar going through the middle of the headlight, and that just creates a very odd appearance to me. You can see where the light is. It's just like it's lit up below the line, and above the line there's nothing. So this is low beam, and then I'm gonna put on the high beam, and that's the high beam. So this is a before shot showing you how the stock headlight lights up the wall in my garage. Again, the slant is because it's on the side stand. So once I get the Pathfinder headlight again installed, I will do an after shot and see what the difference is. Low beam, high beam, stock headlight. Okay, install complete. I love the way this light has the little halo on it. That has to be connected to the war bonnet, as I said when I was doing the install. If you have a war bonnet light, you'll have to get a splitter. Let me pull the towel off there. All right, so let's see. I don't know if we'll be able to notice the difference here. Up against the wall, let's turn the light on. I can't even tell the difference. Maybe it's because it's daytime. High beam. This is an after, so you remember I had I did a before and an after with the stock headlight. I hope this is, oops, sorry, wrong one. I hope that this is a good light. I won't know until I ride at night, but anyways, installation complete. It does, when you lean the bike, supposedly, the adaptive works and it throws the lights, but it's a good looking headlight. It definitely looks better than the stock headlight because it's blacked out. But anyways, I'm planning on doing the Pathfinder driving lights as well. They're out of stock right now, but anyways, I will probably do a more in-depth review on this light when the weather warms up a little and I get out at night. But anyways, thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.